what John is quoting right here is from Genesis, the 1st chapter. Go ahead.
In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth.
Read it the right way.
In the beginning, the powers created the heaven and the earth.
Now go back to John 1:1.
In the beginning was the Word.
Now who's the Word? Go ahead.
Revelation 19:11. And I saw heaven open, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon him was called Faithful and True, and in righteousness he doth judge and make war. His eyes were as a flame of fire, and on his head were many crowns, and he had a name written that no man knew but he himself. And he was clothed with a vesture dipped in blood, and his name is called the Word of the Most High.
So now we know who the Word is. It's the Lord. It's who the world calls Jesus. Now go back to John.
John 1:1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was...
Which is the Lord. Go ahead.
And the Word was with God.
No, read it right.
Okay. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with the powers.
Right, the Alahayim, the powers, the angels. Go ahead.
And the Word was a power.
Was a power or angel. And then it says in Hebrews, the 1st chapter, it said he became a little lower than the angels, meaning he was an angel.
Right.
Actually, he was a chief angel. Go ahead.
The same was in the beginning with the powers. All things were made by him.
All things were made by him. Go ahead.
And without him was not anything made that was made.
Go ahead.
In him was life, and the life was the light of men.
Go ahead.
And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not.
Go ahead.
There was a man sent from the Most High, whose name was John. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, that all men through him might believe.
Right, now we're going a little past the subject, but all men through him might believe is talking about Israelites. It's not talking about everybody on the planet Earth, like these churches are teaching. It's only talking about the nation of Israel, the nation of Israel, right? Now go from there to Hebrews 1:1.
Hebrews chapter 1 verse 1. The Most High, who at sundry times,
at different times,
and in divers manners,
and at different manners, different ways, go ahead,
spake in time past unto the fathers by the prophets.
Who are the fathers? Israelites. Go ahead.
Had in these...
The prophets are who? Israelites. Go ahead.
Had in these last days spoken unto us by his
Everybody
Son.
talking about the last days. The last days came about 2,000 years ago. Having these last days. 2,000 years ago was the beginning of the last days. Go ahead.
Having these last days spoken unto us by his Son.
Who is his Son? The Lord. Go ahead.
Whom he hath appointed heir of all things.
Go ahead.
By whom also he made the worlds.
Whom by also he made, there goes again. Whom by also he made, call him his Son, and he said he appointed him to do what? To create the world. All right? All right, go ahead.
Colossians chapter 1 and 14. In whom we have redemption through his blood, even the forgiveness of sins.
Right, that's talking about the nation of Israel. Go ahead.
Who is the image of the invisible God, the firstborn of every creature, for by him were all things created, that are in heaven and that are in earth, visible and invisible, whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities.
Whether they be thrones or dominions or principalities. So who set up the so-called white man to have this world? The Lord, whom the world called Jesus. No, not even the Father, it was the Lord. He gave that to him, because when you go back to Hebrews 1, it said he had made the worlds. The worlds represent other nations. He made the Chinese world, he made the East Indian world, he made the world of Israel. All right, go ahead.
Or principalities or powers.
Or power. So who, this white man that's in power, because we ain't sharing, they teach that everybody's equal, anybody can become president. That's a damn lie. You check out the Republican Party, all the presidential candidates, they're all Edomites. You check out the Democratic Party, they're all Edomites except for one guy, and he's not even an Israelite, he's a Hamite, an African. So that's what they gave you. They said you have a choice. You can choose you can choose these Edomites, or you can choose this Hamite. All right?
I got
Go ahead.
something for you. Thank you. Psalm 75 and 7. But God is the judge. He putteth down one and setteth up another.
And that's plain. So the Most High controls this whole thing. And then people wonder why we come out here and we ain't afraid of white man. First of all, the Most High created the white man.
Right.
We fear the Most High. The white man is nothing. The white man is nothing more than the creation of the he created the so-called white man,
Robot.
which is Esau.
Yeah.
And he's nothing but a damn robot. Go ahead.
All things were created by him and for him, and he is before all things, and by him all things consist. And he is the head of the body, the church, who is...
He is the head of the body. Who's the body? The nation of Israel. Go ahead.
The church, who is the beginning, the firstborn from the dead, that in all things he might have the preeminence, for it pleased the Father that in him should all fullness dwell. And having made peace through the blood of his cross, by him to reconcile all things unto himself, by him I say, whether they be things in earth or things in heaven.
Okay, that's it?
Yeah, that's
okay, now, we just covered that on the Lord. Now we know that everything that was created, powers was created by the Heavenly Father's Son. The Heavenly Father didn't have, the Heavenly Father so bad, he didn't have to do nothing. He got his Son to do everything.
He gave the blueprint.
And then he had his Son humble himself and be beat down by the so-called white man. And that, give me Psalms 22. Start from the first verse.
That's a ruling class mentality.
Exactly.
Total.
He went on a mission, and part of that mission was to humble himself. All right?
Psalms 22:1. My power, why hast thou forsaken me?
What? Who said that? He said, Eli, Sabach, I forget the exact saying. Lama Sabachthani. He said, my power, why hast thou forsaken me? All right? Go ahead.
It says, my power, why hast thou forsaken me?
And that's exactly what he said when he was up on the cross. Go ahead.
Why art thou so far from helping me?
Right. Why was he saying that? Because he was up on the cross. And he was feeling that pain. Go ahead.
And from the words of my roaring, O my power, I cry in the daytime, but thou hearest not.
I cry in the daytime because when it tells you in the 3rd hour, then in the 9th hour, so that was about 3 o'clock. All right, go ahead.
And in the night season, and am not silent, but thou art holy, O thou that inhabitest the praises of Israel. Our fathers...
There goes the praises of Israel again. Go ahead.
Our fathers trusted in thee. They trusted, and thou didst deliver them. They cried unto thee, and were delivered. They trusted in thee, and were not confounded. But I am a worm, and no man, a reproach of men, and despised of the people.
And that's what happened, man. When the Lord came down, the scribes and the Pharisees, and a lot of the people, Israelites, came against them. Go ahead.
All they that see me laugh me to scorn.
And that's what they did. Go ahead.
They shoot out the lip. They shake the head, saying, he trusted on the Lord that he would deliver him. Let him deliver him, seeing he delighted in him.
Go ahead.
But thou art he that took me out of
And I was talking about Israelites. They were talking that shit. That's why when the Most High start jacking our people up, we're going to laugh. We're going to be drinking some liquor, man.
Proverbs
all right?
22.
And we're going to be laughing at our people that's getting jacked up. All right? Go ahead.
But thou art he that took me out of the womb. Thou didst make me hope when I was upon my mother's breast. I was cast upon thee from the
And by the way, another thing, when he said on his mother's breast, that was his actual mother, and she had sex with Joseph.
Right.
See that BS, that bullshit that they teach in the Roman Catholic Church, that she was a virgin, immaculate conception, that's all BS.
That's right.
Let me say it in plain English. That's all bullshit, all right? And for any so-called Roman Catholic priest that want to debate us, all you got to do is come on Great Millstone on YouTube and just drop us a line, and we'll get together and we'll see how much you know about the scriptures. Go ahead.
I was cast upon thee from the womb. Thou art my power from my mother's belly. Be not far from me, for trouble is near, for there is none to help. Many bulls have compassed me. Strong bulls of Bashan have beset me round. They gaped upon me with their mouths, as a ravening and a roaring lion. I am poured out like water, and all my bones are out of joint.
Go ahead.
My heart is like wax. It is melted in the midst of my bowels.
He's talking, this is David speaking about the prophecy that he was going to be on the cross. So everything that David said actually happened. Go ahead.
My strength is dried up like a potsherd, and my tongue cleaveth to my jaws.
Because he was up on that cross. And they left him up there for hours.